Hey there, Tall Man Clan, and welcome back. Today we are on the MSC Seascape. We are on deck 5, and we're going to show you all of the public areas in relationship to stairs and elevators. So let's get to it. We are sort of in the middle of the ship, and there is actually nothing over here to the right. We always stay sort of to the right, but there are doors there that are all locked up. So we're actually going to sort of start in the middle, which is the Green Wave restaurant. So as you're coming in here, nice design with the bottles. So this is one of the main restaurants. As you come in, it's a nice setting in here, right? You got black chairs, nice tablecloths, huge picture windows. The cruise line will assign you a restaurant to go to. This is just one of them. Nice. I love their color choices. And here's a separate section back here. All right. Nice table in the alcove there. I'm going to cross over to the other side and see if it's the same thing. Yeah. It's a little bit different on this side. The kitchen is back there, so you can just see them back in there cleaning and stuff. All right. There you go. Now, unlike a lot of cruise ships, their restaurants aren't multiple stories. As you see, it's all solid. By doing so, you can actually get more tables in. All right, well, let's cut through here. Nice, right? Right. All right, so now we're gonna stay all the way to the right. So watch your step right there. There's some restrooms right here, outside on this side. Okay. And we move into the main atrium area. What's back here behind these two doors? These offices. This is like a security area, so we won't venture too far in there. We'll get ourselves in trouble. Your future cruise desk. Again, as I mentioned, we're in the main atrium. This is where you come into the ship. Absolutely beautiful. All right. They do events down here. If you continue to go this way, that leads to the Deck 5 cabins. Here's some areas to order up your photos. We have some more of the photo walls up here. I love their use of mirrors on their ships. They put them everywhere, which the reflective surfaces make the areas seem bigger than they actually are. So you have a sense of more openness. Here's the main photo desk. Over here is the MSC Foundation area. Here's just a little seating area. You can look at your photos on these little pads here and stuff. This opens up to the decks that are above. Beautiful artwork, if you will, okay? There are stairs to lead you up there, but this is as far as deck 5 goes here. People have some of their photos up already from embarkation. Scan to find your photos. All right, so here's your Seascape bar. Again, we're back in the main atrium. All right, love this area here. Okay, over here is your reception or guest services desk. If you have any issues, you can come down here and speak to these folks. Okay. Morning. As we circle back around, we were talking about your credit cards. We'll do a separate video, but this is what the little kiosks look like to assign your key card. There's also these digital screens everywhere. You want to touch that, touch here. There's all kinds of information you can get from here. The daily program, different things that are going on during the day, shows you the time and temperature and stuff. So, and they're all over the ship, right? So there is your deck 5 public areas. We're right back where we started. This morning we are on the MSC Seascape. We're on deck 6, and we're gonna look at all the public areas in relationship to elevators and stairs. Now we always like to start off to the right. Unfortunately, there is nothing over here to the right. Just some doors that are not, well, accessible to us. So we're sort of cut back to the middle and go into the Cala Jandal restaurant. They like to use bottles of wine as artwork. We see that on a lot of their ships. All right, you can see here for seating 5, 7:15, and 9:15. This is where we ate last night. All right, so completely different look than the restaurant we saw on deck 5. It had a lot of darker colors like black and stuff. You see it's more of a rust color with the brown woods and stuff. Nice big windows. However, I get a little bit closer. That's the bottom of the lifeboat right there, and then the deck of the boat. So you're not seeing too much of the world pass by through here. We try to do a time lapse during our dinner. Wasn't a ton to see. All right, in fact, that's our table right back there, right in the corner. They shoved us in the corner, $7.90. Our wait staff is real cool. They did a good job. So we'll cut across to the other side. Yeah. Again, use of mirrors to open the space up is really nice. Yeah. Thought for a minute that guy in security might be following us around. And that's the entire restaurant. It's a little bit smaller than some restaurants we see on cruise ships, but they have it all worked out, which is nice. Come back out, some more of these digital screens throughout the ship. So let's go ahead and stay to the right. All right, there are restrooms this way at points, okay? There is your restaurant, women's and handicap. Stairs downstairs. See all the Swarovski crystals. All right, love it. It's a really nice, comfortable area. I'll be honest, I don't remember it being this loud today. So they might have the music turned up right now for all the workers to keep them awake. Here's another cruise card area. Again, we're on deck 6, and you can use cash on this one. So you can insert cash, okay? So before we go any further, you have your excursions desk right here. All right. Back to the middle. All right. And we will continue on in more of these digital touchscreens. For all those chocoholics in the world, this is going to be your favorite place. This is Venchi. We'll get around there in a minute, but they make all their own chocolate. We're sort of going into the area where a lot of the stores are. Here's your duty free for alcohol and tobacco, all different things. But we'll cover that when we get to the other side. But here is Venchi. They do serve gelato down here, and all the chocolates. It's also a bar. Let's circle around a little bit this way. Okay. Oh. You can see your prices. This is normally filled up with chocolates, but obviously at night they put them away. You want to purchase a nice watch or some jewelry. They have all those stores here as well. All the top name brands. Okay. There's a nice open area here. This is what I call the equivalent of a piano bar, okay? It's like a dueling piano setup though. Really cool area, come hang out. We've got this all LED all the way up to the ceiling. All right, very, very cool. And again, you can sit out there and watch them, and if you want to dance, there's a dance floor too, okay? If you need a new handbag, ladies, or a clutch or something, they've got those for you here. Let's continue on. Do a quick check-in. We're now all the way at the front of the ship, which is where the theater is. Now to get in the theater on this level, it's a bit of a walk. There are restrooms here on this side, men's and women's. Also, accessibility bathrooms. And then look at the theater. Now you do have access from deck 7. And here's the main way into the theater. Beautiful theater. What's nice is, with the exception of really the column right there and the column right there, there's one more column there, one more column there. There are no columns in the way. A lot of times you go into theaters and there's, I don't want to call them or say columns everywhere, but there's enough columns in the way that there's some restrictions for a bunch of the seats from seeing the stage clearly. Look at how big that stage is. Like right now you can just see the screen. The stage goes from that set of stairs all the way over there. So huge stage. So that's for really big productions. I won't go on stage, don't want to get in trouble, but we'll just stand up. So if you're on the stage, this is what you're looking at. All right, so we came in from that side. Let's leave from this side. again, we're gonna stay on deck 6. Different artwork on the walls. I still love the entry. Now there were restrooms on the other side, but we did not see restrooms on this side, okay? So the only restrooms associated with the theater are on that side of the ship, which is you can see right here. It's the starboard side of the ship, all right? So let's continue on. We're back, sort of what I call the dueling pianos bar, if you will. Again, it's in an open area, but it's okay. If you want to pick up some shirts or need some new clothes or whatever, I got a full shop in here. Nice looking stuff. I'm gonna have to go in there when it's open and shoot some video for you guys. Back here is all your perfumes and stuff. If you ran out or forgot, you want to get something that smells good, you can do it in here. I can actually smell it from here. All different makeup and stuff, all through this area. They have all the top brands. And as a reference, there's your Vinci. We're going back towards the middle of the ship. Again, overlooking deck 6, looking up to deck 7 and deck 8. So here's your shine bar. They make specialty coffees down here. And these guys are over here cleaning everything up and taking care of everything. Yeah. Here's another one of the cruise card activation points. And this one takes cash as well, okay? That one's for credit cards only. So there's plenty of them around the ship. We do it when we first get on. And as you see, we are right back where we started, right here. We are on deck 7, and we're gonna check out all the public spaces for you guys in relationship to stairs and elevators. So we like to stay off to the right, but as you can see, there's nothing over here on the right. It's crew only doors. All right, so let's make our way this way. There are some restrooms, men and women's, as well as accessibility access, stairs, and we're gonna stay to the right. And it is late or early, depending on how you're looking at it, so there's a lot of doors that are closed because they're cleaning, getting the place all spick and span. Here is the Aegean restaurant. I believe this is for the people in the yacht club to use, as well as the Diamonds, which is their top of tier, right? God, I love the look in here, guys. A sculpture right there. Yeah, a much more intimate setting in here than the other two restaurants we've been in. But again, the Aegean is not an upscale restaurant. It's one of the 3 free ones. But they assign you which restaurant you're gonna eat at. They'll let you know your time. Here's your welcome area here. And then, oh, never noticed these, the changing lights. These screens, they are. No, it's a cloth and there's lights behind it. Very neat, right? Makes it sort of a living wall. Speaking of living, this cool little passageway. You want a picture in a hot air balloon? That's kind of neat. All right. Now we're getting to the back where there's a couple things here. The Cabaret Rouge and the Skyline restaurant. So we'll go look at the Skyline restaurant first, which is right here. Again, this is another one of the public restaurants, excuse me. And it just wraps around. An art installation that looks like a skyline, thus the name of the restaurant. Same thing with all the lights there on the wall. It's very elegant, guys. And then your entrance to La Cabaret Rouge. This is a really cool club, guys. It is 2 stories. You can only access it though from deck 7, but it does go down to deck 6, which we'll show you here in a minute. Well, let's go ahead and look at this level. Here's the deck 7 bar. All right, so you have all this area over here. Then sort of this mid area, we have another mid area over there. We're gonna walk all the way around here in a second. DJ can perform from up there, but they also have bands and stuff that'll play down there on the stage. So, and they do shows up in here too. Very, very cool setting. There are ramps to get down here, which are over there, okay? I came down the steps. There are some restrooms over here on this side. It's funny, a lot of cruise lines where the showrooms are, they don't actually put the restaurants, there you go, in the showrooms. They're typically outside of the showrooms. Here you go, ramp down. On MSC, the bathrooms are within the showrooms, which are nice. So again, you can see the other side. Before we wrap around, we'll just go down here on this side so you can see down there. Again, we are sort of walking down to what would technically be deck 6, but you cannot access this club from deck 6. You can only get here from deck 7. And you definitely need to come down and check out La Cabaret Rouge. All right, really neat setting. When we were on the seashore, the band was down there practicing. We caught them practicing. Tried to kick the drummer off, but he wasn't having it. All right, so we can wrap around here. All right, and this is a neat club. Not much to see right now outside, but because we're all the way in the back of the ship, I don't know. You can kind of see the, what I call the rooster tail in the water whizzing by, but you can look out the back. Again, DJ area. Circle around. You'll love all the red upholstery. I don't know why reds in this format screams cabaret. I don't know why. And all the different little seating vignettes or little areas, I don't know what to call them. And then we're back where we started. Right, you can take the ramp or the stairs. So let's continue on. More of the digital touchscreens. Boulevard de Cabaret, du Cabaret. I have to bone up on my French. Again, we pass by sort of what I call the living wall here. Lights behind the fabric screen, the Aegean restaurant, which we've already seen. Moving forward again. It's back at the elevators where we started. And then we're moving back into the atrium, but on this deck. So on this side of the ship, there's another one of these card activation where you can put cash or credit card, okay? So if you forgot or lost your sunglasses, you can get a new pair here, as well as there's some more watches. Nice. This is your champagne bar on this side, but we'll catch that as we circle back around, okay? We're now going into the casino. A decent sized casino. It's really elongated. As you see, there's machines here in what I would call the entryway. And technically it is open. It's all quiet right now. All right. Machines all through over there. What's this? It's like a high roller area or something. I know, I got it all roped off. I love how the seats have LED screens on there as well. Wonder why they're roped off. Yeah, I don't know either. Ha 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 ha. Alright, all the different machines. This area overlooks, like again, the dueling piano kind of area. Stay to the far right. Got a little roulette going on there. Sort of digitally though. And the exit. We're now back to the front of the ship. Whoa, careful, Lisa. Where? Yep, it's a little slippery right there. Oh yes, missed the restroom. Men's room right there. It's also accessible. It says they're rehearsing, but we know they're not. We're up here cleaning. Again, this is the deck 7. You're staying in the yacht club. They have an area reserved for you guys. That's what it looks like. If you watched our deck 6 tour, remember what I was talking about views, right? You've got that pillar, that or column right there, as well as right here. So there's only a couple of seats that will have some sightline issues. But even if you're sitting right here in this chair, you can still get to see the entire stage, right? From one side of the stage to the other, so you're not really missing anything. So these pillars right here, they really don't create sightline issues. Only this one and that one. All right, let's go out this side. I'm assuming the matching restroom is on this side, or the opposite, I should say. Was it men's or women's on the other side? I can't remember. But there's it must have been men's because the women's is right here, okay? So there's the other restroom. Going back into the casino. You have all your tables. We'll do a 360 on the tables too. So you got your craps. Ultimate Texas Hold'em. Blackjack. Baccarat. Roulette. It's probably mirror imaged on the other side, but we'll go look. Again, roulette. Baccarat. Blackjack. Ultimate Texas Hold'em. 3-card poker. Dream 21. And another Dream 21. So there's all your tables. I'll have to investigate some more, but I don't smell any smoke up here. So I don't know if there's a dedicated smoking casino and this is a non-smoking, but I don't smell cigarettes at all. Normally you could smell it. Here's your cashier's area. And then we're on our way back out. I love the carpet, right? The inlaid colors here. Yeah, it's a lot of work to do carpet like this. It's not made that way. I have to create it. All right, champagne wine bar. During the day, it's all filled with different types of champagnes and other types of liquor as well. And that wraps around to right there. All right, this also overlooks downstairs as well as upstairs. Have a good night. And we are right back where we started. Today we're on the MSC Seascape. We are on deck 8. And we're going to show you all the public areas in relationship to the stairs and elevator banks. So let's get going. We always like to start off on the right. So let's start off on the right, which we get right into women's restroom. There's more stuff this way, but again, we're going to circle around. We're just going to stay this way. So here's your wine cellar for all the winers in the world. The winos, all the wine enthusiasts. We say that with great love. A nice desk here for tasting, table for tasting, all right? They have a really nice wine selection. In here is a little waiting area as we get to the back. Here is what's called the Butcher's Cut. This is their upscale steak restaurant. You walk in, take a little peek. Love that little entry area here. Reception desk, whatever you want to call it. So here is the Butcher's Cut. Wow, that's a big table. You see, it's a lot of people. And I do believe you can dine al fresco outside. We'll show you the outside areas at a later time, and you can see a little better. But as you can see, this restaurant does go way back in here. And there's an exit here in the back. We're not going to take that. We're going to go around and make sure we go the other way so we don't miss anything. But you can exit out the back. What's nice is all the food is cooked right here. You can watch your meals being made. What? Oh, Lisa's talking about it's a dry ager. Look at that. Boy, but that's an expensive piece of meat. Well, they have these sort of wine installations all around the ship. They use wine, sort of like version of art. I mean, you can see that right up here too, in the entryway. Here is your teppanyaki area. So here's another bar here in the back if you're waiting for your table, your assigned dining time. Well, not assigned dining, there's specialty restaurants, so you make the reservation. If you want to come early and have a cocktail, this is a great place to do it. All right, called the cocktail bar. But here's your teppanyaki, kaito. And they got a bunch of tables, guys. More tables in here than I've seen in any other ship. At 2, 4, 6, 8 teppanyaki tables. I mean, that's pretty good for being even on land.
It is.
All right, they're cleaning, so we gotta Be careful while we're walking here. Okay. This is where all the specialty restaurants are, in this area right here. Right, you got the Ocean K, the Butcher's Cut, Kaito, and Hola. Okay, it's all in this area. So if you want sushi, that's done right here. What's really neat is it's on a conveyor. So you place your order, they make it, and they put it on the conveyor, and it comes right to where you're sitting. We'll see if we can get some video of that throughout the cruise. Well, cruise is. Here is your Ocean K restaurant. Very exclusive dining. We will try to get you the menus. All right, so there's a little area over here for seating. All right, there's only a few tables, guys. All right, 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 tables on that side. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 10 tables on this side, okay? So very exclusive dining experience. Let's continue on. It's raining outside right now, or they're cleaning, one of the two. All this stuff happens while you guys are sleeping at night. You're gonna be careful here. Just finished washing. Thank you. Have a good night. All right, so this area enters the Uptown Lounge. There are restrooms on this side. Now, remember when we were on Butcher's Cut, there was an exit out the backside of Butcher's Cut. That comes in over on this side. If you came out the back of the Butcher's Cut, there's the back of Butcher's Cut, okay? That's also access to outside. All right, excuse me. So again, this is called the Uptown Lounge. So they do karaoke in here, and other entertainment happens throughout here. It's a little bit more quaint than the cabaret. So there are no big productions in here, but nice club. Lots of stuff does happen in here, so make sure you check your activities and see what happens. There is access to get to the outside. There's a whole decade, there's a lot of stuff going on the outside. That is one way to do it. Let's see if it's actually operational. It is, okay. So I mentioned rear elevators. So technically, this is your rear elevator bank. It only starts at 8, deck 8, and goes up to 16 or 18. That's it, okay? Mainly it's to access cabins and the deck 8. That's all that, that elevator bank is good for. Our cabin's towards the back of the ship, so we've already used that rear elevator a bunch. Again, be cautious. You can hear the wind whipping through the door. Again, Ocean K right over there. We've already seen this. So, moving into new territory. Here's access to what I call the midship elevators and stairs. Okay. Interesting. The Iris Gallery. I believe if you look in here, it will maybe take a picture of your, I don't know.
Yes, that's what it does.
Right, because you can see all the eyeballs. Isn't that neat? So again, deck 8. We're in the main atrium area, overlooking Decks 6 and 5. This is a really popular area, guys. All right, we didn't get over there yet, but there's your port shopping desk. All right, so if you're into shopping, come down here and see these guys. If you want anything MSC merch, here is the MSC merch shop. So all things MSC right here in the atrium on deck 8. Let's continue down this side. Another excursions desk right here. I do love how they've spread everything out. There's a bit of a ramp here. More place to buy different jewelry and things. This area is called Liberty Plaza. Access to the outside of deck 8. They were closed all day today, so I don't know what's going on there. Here is the Loft Cafe. Another neat area with entertainment at night down that end. We'll get a little closer so you can see. There's a bar. Also access to get to the outside area, which again, we're not going to go out there now. It's, well, a little dark, a little rainy. But as I mentioned, they have entertainment here at night, down here at this end. Right there, plus a little dance floor. All right. We noticed that when we were on the seashore. Right? Okay, back out main area here. Little area for stuff to be sold during the day. We are now overlooking the little New York area. It's what they call Liberty Square. Again, this also overlooks the dueling piano area down there. And if we stay over here to the right all the way, we have access, or the entrance I should say, to the Aurea Spa. There's also bathroom right there, men's and wheelchair accessible. Now, of course, it is the middle of the night, so we can't get in. We will get you a full tour of that. There's your barber shop right out here. And place for the ladies. Do a little makeup session maybe, right? Okay. But as you can see, it's closed. We're not gonna go poking around in there at night. We will show you that a different time. We will circle this way, because this leads right to the front elevators. All right, we can go back this way, or we're going to continue to go all the way around to the right. Here is your access to the gym, which is technically closed, but there is somebody in there working out. Don't know how that's happening, but could be one of the staff because it is keypad protected. So, but we'll again show you that at a different time. We continue over. There's the ladies' room on this side, which is right there, okay? But this is the business center. So if you want to have an event at sea, right, corporate event, they have meeting rooms back here. Now, this can be segregated or they can be turned into one giant room. They have these these are called air walls. So these are removable. So you can have either one huge room or smaller rooms. Let me tell you, having an event at sea is a really neat thing to do. Back in the day, it used to be really cool because, you know, once you got out on the ship, you had little limited access to the world. These days, with Wi-Fi on the ships and stuff, it's a little bit different, but the retention rate of an event at sea, the information passed on to the people you bring on, is like something like 83%, if I remember. Where on land, it's like 27% or something. So, and again, it's mirror imaged on the other side. So there's 2 decent size event rooms. Now I say event, wouldn't say wedding. It's more for business meetings and things. If you're gonna have a wedding on a ship, I would think you'd have it in one of the clubs or the cabarets or whatever. Again, ladies' room. And here we are on the other side of the ship now. Elevators back there. This says it's the no smoking casino. So, oh, wait a minute. No, this is the smoking casino, even though it says no smoking right now. I can smell it in here. So for those who like to gamble and smoke, this is your area. It is very, very tiny. There's only a handful of machines and no tables. Which I find interesting because MSC is very, very smoker friendly. And so it's interesting that they have just that tiny, tiny little area. This is your sports bar. And so there's also a little stage down here at this end. Maybe there's gonna be a comedian or something. You can do that in here if they want. Nice little round vignette down here. Big, huge bar. There are, as you can see, slot machines here in the sports bar. Now, let's say there's a big game going on for whatever your favorite sport is. Over here in these vignettes, these little seating areas, they have TVs. And you can reserve this area for you and your party, right? And there's smaller ones here too, right? So if you want to have a little bit more of an intimate experience for watching your favorite whatever, you can do it here. Now there is entrance and exit to the sports bar here, but we want to keep on the path. And it's just called the sports bar. There's a little outside area for selling stuff. Same thing with back over there. And we passed this coming in. Yep, so let's circle back around now. Again, we could have went out the sports bar, but we want to make sure we get back to the atrium and cross over. Right? All things MSC shop. Main atrium. Port shopping desk. And another bar over here, as you can see. This is sort of the entrance to the Ola Tacos and Cantina. That is all over there, okay? And here is that entrance slash exit to the sports bar. You can kind of see the carpet looks like. Now, if you're European, you call that a football pitch. Americans call it a soccer field. Football pitch. I don't think we ate in here. So we're gonna have to do that while we're on this cruise. Did we try any of the specialty restaurants? We didn't? We didn't try Butcher's Cut or any of that?
It's on the side.
Okay. Vestibule bathroom, baby changing, women's room right there. And the wine cellar. So we have gone 360 on deck 8, everybody. We're on deck 16. This is the Bali deck. Now this is also where the yacht club cabins start, right here. Now we can't get in there, It is under lock and key. The only people that can access that are people who are actually staying in the MSC Yacht Club. It is a ship within a ship concept. Very, very neat. And so we're going to show you the rest of the public areas, which you can see right here. So I normally would go to the right, but we can't go to the right, so we're going to go left to go right, if that makes any sense. And enter the jungle pool. And here we go. So really neat sort of jungle theme in here. This is sort of the main pool in what most people would call the Lido deck, right? It does have a roof that retracts. Why that roof is closed right now, I have no idea, because it certainly is not cold outside. We are down in the Caribbean and it is very, very warm. But this is sort of the main Lido area. They call it the jungle pool. All right, so we'll continually walk you around here. There are some loungers here. There are loungers all around the ship. We'll show you them all as we do the full tours. But as Lido decks go, I would consider this one kind of small, as Lidos go. You do have the jungle pool bar right there. All right, again, we're going to stay to the right. Staying to the right, we're actually going to be entering the marketplace buffet. And of course, it's closed right now. No washy-washy, no yummy. There's a beverage station, nice seating all throughout here. All right, and they have stations all the way through here. So I always suggest when you come here that you go ahead and look all the way around before you make your choices of what you're going to eat, because it's not 100% repeated. All right, so there's seating all throughout here. So here's one of the eating areas. Again, they're getting ready for breakfast, but at least let you peer back there, right? Right. So, and it's all through here too. Okay, another one of the beverage stations. That is for sodas and beer if you have the drink package. All right, so continuing on, go all the way here towards the back. Little flower installation and wine, just some different sort of vignettes here inside the wall casings, which is nice. And here is the buffet towards the back of the ship. We make omelets over here in the morning, but mostly actually the omelets are here in the back, excuse me. So this is my favorite place to come and get an omelet, is right here. There is also a big drink station right here, but I don't want to go all the way around because there is an outside area right here. So let's go show you that. We're on deck 16. So you got the sky bar right here. There's elevators, the rear elevators that take you up. And of course, here is the Sky Bridge, or they call it the Bridges of Sighs. It is glass. It is nighttime. I'm not gonna go over there because I'm afraid of heights as it is. And everything is wet. So if I was to slip and fall, no one's gonna know it because I'm by myself. So we'll just cut through here, the elevators, and get to the other side of the buffet. Okay. And out here at night, they do their cleaning, as you can see, making sure everything is spick and span. There are bathrooms right here, men and women's. where you've got food in this little corner as well on the side over there. And we're just gonna take a little detour here real quick, and then it carries through here. I'm doing this because you have access up here, right through here. There's sort of midship elevators and stairs, okay, that come right in through this way, right? This way here, you don't have to feel like you're lost. Ooh, they got the fruit out already. Ooh, boy, I'd love to have one of them bananas right now. Bananas. Eating area. Now, one of these stations is supposed to be 24/7. Shall we test it? And I think it's this one right here. So let's see if it's 24/7. That's certainly not on. And that's certainly not on either. Let's see, can we get water? Ooh, we can get water, which I could use right now. Continuing on. Now, I'm not sure if the camera's catching it already, but there's a kids only bar here at the buffet. Not a bar, but again, there's your drink station for sodas and beer. And we move along, all kinds of different food vignettes here. See, kids, this line is for us only. And this is the exit. They've got the stanchions here. And of course, they've made this little entryway for the kids, so you need to be short. But we've seen plenty of adults who are not with kids come through there. So guys, it's just for the kids. Let the kids have their buffet. And they always have things that are more kid friendly. Right? Cool eating area on both sides here. Bridges. Right, another drink station here. I'm gonna be nice and put my drink cup over there. All right, bathroom right here. Men's room. And we're back out into the jungle pool. All right. So here again, the Jungle Beach Bar. I think I called it the Jungle Pool Bar on the other side. Jungle Beach Bar, my bad. There's a couple hot tubs. I mean, I really like it. I know it's a little bit different setup. You know, not every quote unquote Lido area on every ship is gonna be the same. This is a perfect example. Very unique looking, right? Very unique looking. Here is an accessible bathroom, men and women as well. And then we are back inside the elevators, which is right where we started. We are on deck 18, and we're gonna show you all the public areas of deck 18. We can't show you the cabin areas on deck 18 because they are part of the yacht club and under lock and key. So it is very exclusive and private. All right, so let's go take a look at the rest of the public areas here on deck 18. So we're gonna hang off to the right here. We can see this accesses the pool area. There's lots of games up here. You got a couple foosball tables, a couple of ping pong tables. I like overlooking the pool. It's called the Jungle Pool. All right, so there's a couple hot tubs down there. Pool, this also has a roof, so if it's inclement weather, they can close the roof and you still enjoy the pool. Water's usually cascading over that, but you'd have seen that during the deck 16 tour. Even though we're on deck 18, there is no deck 17 on this ship. It's not a good number in Europe. All right, so we're gonna cut inside of this door here and see what we see. Oh, this is one of the kids' areas, right? So we're gonna do a full tour of the kids' areas when there's no one on the ship, when we're able to have the tours. We're gonna go snoop around in there. We try not to video the children. Well, we have to stay to the far left to stay to the far right. It's another one of those. There's additional access for the kids area. The young club, 12 to 14, 15 to 17. But we'll get you full shots of those. All of games. So now we're walking into sort of the arcade area, which is, because of its design, I say pretty large by cruise ship standards. But some of the fixtures are also very, very large, like this, the Formula One racer, right? That's a huge thing. There's also this. I'm not exactly sure what that is because it's covered up. It definitely looks interesting. And they have a 4D cinema in here as well. There's cost for Robotron. We'll show you that. Billiards if you want to play pool. All the different activities and things. And they put the hours up here when all these things are open. Obviously the games are accessible all the time, but like the Formula One and the VR Moto, those aren't open all the time, okay? So I got some basketball games here. Ticket eater, okay. Here's one of the prize hubs. I don't know if there's one or two here, but you can see the prizes. For 1,500 bucks, you can get some cute cat headphones. I don't have a ton of prizes, at least in this particular one, but some nice prizes there. All right, continue on. Over here, some more games. Yeah, a couple of them are out of order over here as well. Come on to this side. And a really unique looking air hockey. It's got a curve to it. Your camera picking that up. Now, what we did miss is sort of the fun part of the pool for the kids. It's in the middle of the ship. You saw how I had to access it. You can access it from above, but from this deck, you gotta come from the game area. So this is where the slides end. One of them right there. There's a shower area. All right. And we'll show you more of that when we get to the upper decks. Oh, a little bucket that drops. We'll catch that when we come around the corner. Let's stay on our path. Even though our path is a little bit messed up. In fact, we should be on the right. So let me get back over here where I just was. Trying to make sure we don't miss any space here. This is where one of the tube slides ends. What I mean by tube slides, you gotta sit on an inner tube, okay? Again, this area is closed off here. That's all part of the kids' area. Excuse me. We're gonna stay to the right here again. Pirates Cove. There's some nice little lounging areas over here and some tables. It's covered in shady, which is nice. You do have an accessibility and baby changing restroom right there. So we're all the way at the very back of the ship now. There's the Infinity Bridge on deck 16. But we can cut through right here. These are those rear elevators I was pointing out before. They only go from 8 to 18. When we're talking about cleaning, there they are. Always cleaning. Always cleaning. All right. So, like always, I don't know why people complain about not having a place to lounge. I don't know if they're not walking around the full ship to see all the different areas or what, but there's lounge chairs everywhere, and a lot of them do surround pools since there are so many pools on the ship. So here's your marina bar, okay? And a little area for hanging out here on the side. You can do a towel exchange here. You can go to the inside of the ship right here. So we will. And then we're going to go into the game area right there in just a second, so we can continue back the other way. But you can also access this area from right here as well, from that pool. Same on the other side, okay? Hopefully that made sense to you all. There's also a restroom here, men and women's, and accessible. This takes us back into either the game area or the pool area. We've seen both. Well, what we didn't see is the other side down here. So let's double back real fast. Make sure we didn't miss anything. Bowling. Here we go. There's your 4D cinema right there. Again, I'm sure you remember we walked up this hallway, access to a couple of kids areas. As I mentioned, we'll get you full tours of those as soon as we can get access, which we will. All right, shuffleboard, bar style, and a pool table. Set of stairs to get you down to deck 16 if you want. Or you can get to the elevators just like we're about to do right here. So here we are. We've gone full circle. We're going to look at deck 19 on the MSC Seascape. However, there are no elevators that allow you up there. The only way to get up there are from stairs that are located on deck 18. We are here towards the back of the ship where the pool is, and so we're walking up this set of steps to get to the deck 19 area. So now let's do our tour. This is also another smoking area. As you can see, it is not covered. And during the day, it'd be warm for the smokers. At night, it'd be nice and comfortable, other than potentially windy. Nice water slides. Get another shot at this really cool kids area. All the splash areas and everything. Very, very neat. Where a couple of the slides end, those swirly ones that you get to from up there, but this is where they end right here. Now, we're approaching what they call the top 19, which is an exclusive area to the, I believe, the Oria guests and the Yacht Club guests. It's definitely Yacht Club, but I believe it's the Oria guests as well. and key card protected, so you can't get in. But they have all kinds of stuff up there. We are literally not going to be able to see any of the rest of the ship this part forward on these levels because we do not have access. We will try to do it on the changeover day, right? Because we're doing a back-to-back. We'll see if we can get in there when there's nobody on the ship. So let's cut across to the other side. You can take the easy way, which there's a bathroom right there, or you can take the fun way. We'll go ahead and do the fun way. Whee! Now, if you want to go ride the slides or do any of the other obstacles, you got to walk up these stairs to do it, okay? By the way, they also have a big dump bucket. I watched a little dump bucket a little bit ago, but we'll see. We'll wait for it to go. It's really fun. I wish I was 12 years old again. Or 10 or 8. Now there is a sports court here, by the way. It's just behind here. You can kind of see the white poles and the lights. Only accessible from this area. So we're gonna go up there and cover that as well. I'm just waiting for this bucket to drop. I thought I saw it moving, but I guess not. We stood here this long. Oh, there's a little bucket. We missed the little bucket. And that's a lot of water in there. Oh, it's beginning to tilt. That's what it looks like it to me. I guess it could have been my imagination. No, it's definitely beginning to tilt. Yep, there it goes. I'm gonna catch it from right here. That's the alarm bell that's now ringing. There it goes. Imagine being under that, guys. Woo! That looks so fun. All right, so we're just gonna show you this area back here, but there are 2 hot tubs that are open to the public. We're heading back towards that top 19 area, which is the exclusive area we saw on the other side. So we can't go any further. We're gonna have to book into the yacht club. I think it's the only way we're getting in there. They actually have some sofas out here, right? Nice looking lounge chairs. At least stick it up. There's nobody in there. So at least nice area for lounging. You have your own bar. Okay, let's continue around. And then we'll go up and show you the sports deck. It's amazing how big this ship actually is. I mean, we got the breakaway on this side, and we're taller than the breakaway, all right? And we were taller than the Disney Magic. Overlooking the rear pool. And you got your horizon bar up here. Come see these gentlemen right there, they'll take good care of you. Again, we're circling back around to the smoking area, which, by the way, you can smoke over there too. There's a little bit of shade. I said when I was right here, you see, this is the main smoking area here on deck 18, and there's just no shade. So I imagine people are only out here at night. All right, so let's get up to the sports court. We got to use these stairs right here. So remember, the elevators, they all stop on deck 18. The deck 19 and up, you have to access from outside areas of the ship, okay? So here's your sports court. They do everything from basketball, soccer. I don't know if they do any pickleball, but all right, here you go. There's some sort of stadium seating here, so if you have a crowd, all right. This is also the area, the deck, if you will, that you can access these parts of the obstacle course. Keep on climbing. All right, I'm gonna do it. I'm going in. I don't have Lisa. So I don't know how I'm gonna do. Yeah. Oh my God, guys. Crappy thing is, I got to keep on going forward to get out, and there's another bridge just like this one to get out. Oh, now, oh no. Now I'm stuck. All right, here we go. Oh, this one's actually a little bit easier than the other one. Yeah, that's what I feel like right now. Oh, I did it. Woo! I know for a lot of you out there, you might go, you're just a little wimp. Well, think what you want. I'm afraid of heights, but at least I tried it. The last thing we want to show you is Robotron. Now, it's closed right now. We're going to try to get you some shots of it when it's moving. It's kind of like the arm of a Carnival ride. It's very, very cool. And of course, it's all covered up too, so we can't see it, but it's right there. All right, and so we'll try to get you some good shots of that one. It's actually in operation. So there you have it, everybody. There is your deck 19 and above. Hope you enjoyed the Seascape. Until we see you on the next deck or the next ship, be safe.